Welcome back to part 2 of this closet redo, and after the rage puzzle from part 1, I was already completely over this project and absolutely nothing about me wanted to keep going. But now I've got a giant clothes rack set up in my living room and I'll be danged if it's going to just live there forever. So maybe some of this pent-up rage can be redirected into dismantling this existing atrocious excuse for a closet. And I truly don't know what the people who owned this house before me were smoking when they put this mess together. None of the hardware matches. There's already random holes in the walls. And somebody please explain the purpose of these hideous wooden boards. To top it off, half the screws holding this situation together were already stripped out. I was on the phone with my boyfriend during part of this demo and he became slightly concerned when I asked if we had a Sawzall. I settled for a handsaw instead and went back to work like an unsupervised raccoon at Lowe's. Now I know y'all saw the disgraceful amount of clothes and random nonsense shoved into every crevice of this closet. That's exactly why I had to go buy industrial strength trash bags earlier. Because there's truly no reason other than mental instability and unresolved emotional attachment issues that I've been holding on to some of this stuff. And now that it's finally out, there's no way it's going back in. Half of this is getting bagged up. And if I know myself, which unfortunately I do, those donation bags will probably sit somewhere in this house with the absolute best intentions behind them until I forget they exist long enough to just eventually throw them away instead. And I originally wanted to keep these tiny quarter shells for extra towel storage. Jokes on me though, they were stuck out about 2 inches too far and immediately became part of the problem, so more demo it was. And by this point I had absolutely had it with this entire project. So was I about to figure out how to properly remove drywall anchors? Absolutely not. I pried every single one of them out with a hammer like a cave woman with unresolved tension. Each one of them leaving behind a beautiful little hole that I can already promise you I will not be patching. And this is where my boyfriend's OCD eventually kicks in and saves the day, because he'll get tired of looking at my nonsense and patch the hole so I can paint. This is actually my secret strategy for recruiting help on projects. I do something poorly enough that eventually he can't mentally tolerate it anymore and finishes it for me. And if that's not teamwork, I truly don't know what is. But let this also be your reminder that half the people on this app do not have beautiful, aesthetic, perfectly curated homes. Some of us live in real houses with real messes, giant project piles, and busy lives happening all at once. Don't go comparing yourself to things you see on the internet. Half of it isn't real anyway. Now go drink some water. You ain't no crusty, dried up, dirty dish sponge. And after the concerning amount of caffeine required to survive this project, I need to do the same. Love you, mean it, bestie.